Modified four-wheel drive division, you're going to hear about motors somewhere in the neighborhood of 650 to 700. Oh, we might have our first lead change already. It looks like he may have put it on the Chevy of Joe Claypool. Had to beat 320.26 feet. On the NTPA event. He normally travels, but he was going to come to Wisner. All right, Chevrolet, folks. Ford in the lead. Chevrolet at the line, Rick Johnson. Out of Powell, Wyoming, the bad bow tie. Not going to get there where he wants to be. So Dave Bamber's spot is safe for now. Have you ever seen a Chevrolet Hemi before, Dave? A Chevrolet Hemi? Away from Dave Bamber. Lee England and Black Thunder. Good hook for Lee, just couldn't get up there where Dave Bamber is. I tell you what, Bamber had a good pull there. So give Lee England a round of applause with the Black Thunder Ford.
Josh.
Yep. As he's going to come up short.
Can you text Delton and tell him to log in?
Yep.
And then once he comes in, I'm going to take off.
The key to getting that traction and getting a good
but I'm gonna let
this
video
play
class,
until then. Of course, is to do it as quickly as possible. Get the sled moving as fast as you can without bouncing, and that's a challenge in a four-wheel drive pickup. Dean Christensen, red hot out of Iowa. Good hook for Dean Christensen. It looks like he's right there in the same neighborhood as where Lee England ended up, maybe a little bit further down track, but Dave Bamber still safe for the moment. From this afternoon to tonight, they were working on this track. Ford time right now out of Scribner, Nebraska, Joe Smeal, the Black Magic. Joe Smeal, the Black Magic Ford out of Scribner, Nebraska. Right there around that 300-foot mark. Not going to be good enough for a victory here tonight. Dave, do we have any Dodge pickups in this class? I'm kidding. I'm just.
This looks like the who's who in the sport of pickup pulling, I'll tell you that. But I bet that changes here in a little bit.
They were really liking it earlier today, that left side. We'll see how the right side works out for Darren Chris. Nice hook for him. Nice straight pass, no bounce, and he was hugging that right boundary. Still not enough to get past Dave Bamber. Somebody's running some great fuel additive out here. Seemed like, that smells delicious, but I wouldn't advise drinking that. Yeah.
Hey, Joshua. So we're live, big guy.
Yeah. Good evening.
You see
everybody.
Delton was? Oh, there's Delton. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to head out for supper. Here's Delton.
Yep.
And Ron's.
Hey,
So Ron's at his daughter's choir concert. I got to go out for supper for work, and so we're giving you the keys to the kingdom tonight, Ron.
Oh boy, I'm in charge. Everybody saddle up and hold on tight.
I'd like everybody to be nice to him tonight. Please fill the comments up with lots of questions. And Delton, thanks for coming on, and you guys have a great night. Okay.
See you, Jason. Thanks for helping us get set up here. Delton, how are you this evening?
Oh, better than I deserve.
Boy, I know how that goes. Evening, everybody. Welcome to Outlawed. I am Josh Runyon. As you heard Jason, Ron won't be here this evening. He had a commitment that he was priorly set to. Jason had to step out for work. We've got a big show lined up for this evening. We've got Delton here from DPP Shop, the official merchandiser of the Outlaws. Later on, we're going to have Mindy Brown on here talking about the big win over at Louisville. Second time win over there in the two-wheel drive. First female to ever have a repeat championship over there. And then we'll have Derek Brown, Holland Grass Chevrolet on later, talking about what's coming with him on 2022. He's got a new truck going to be coming out. Still got the tough running Holland Grass machine to campaign. Going to be a busy season for him. Make sure to let us know in the comments where you're watching from, what's going on with everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to post them. Delton, looks like you have got a stack of just about everything behind you.
Yeah, when you throw everything together last minute, this is what you get. I was going to set it up in my office. I'm like, man, I just forget it. I just set it up in my store and be done and just go on. So, but yeah, if you take a look behind me, you can see that I strategically placed it in front of our friends over there at Frosted Frog. They're a proud sponsor of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pull Association. And of course, down here on the left, you see a Case IH tractor. You know what they are to the Outlaws. So it's just a part of the family here at the Diesel Power Plus shop and also everywhere we go on the road.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like you got some of them good Frosted Frogs right there behind you. All kinds of Outlaw merchandise that you sell. Do you have anything new coming for 2022? I mean, obviously, I'm sure you'll have some new T-shirt designs and things. What can you share with us there?
We do, for sure. This year, we're just spicing it up a little more than we've ever done. We got some really cool merchandise that's coming. Not only just our shirts, we're actually coming out with 2 shirts this year with some of the points champions on. So I know last year it was we threw everything together at the last minute and we didn't get that. We just put a generic shirt out there, but this year it's good. I'm looking forward to it. I have some really cool new gear, some jackets that we're going to be having on, some real nice, just a real slick looking jacket with just an embroidered Outlaw logo on it. We have some, all the hats that we got coming in. I'm actually getting some lanyards and, we went and ordered, get this, I ordered 10,000 Frisbees. And so we're going to have fun with the children this year out there at the track. And, if you're anywhere near, if you're anywhere in the Midwest, there's an Outlaw show coming to you some part through this year. So, if you got children, we're gearing it up. It's going to be a good family fun event. I can tell you that.
Now, how many trailers do you have, Delton? Do you still have 2 or?
I have 3 trailers, so I would probably have a couple that will be running with the Outlaws this year since we added so many more shows this year. And, just trying to be at every show that we can, the fans are expecting us to be there. And we like to be there with Outlaw merchandise. So, people can get their gear at the trailer and go sit back and watch a well of a show going on.
Yeah, buddy. I know that you guys were at least 95% of the Outlaw shows last year, if not more. It was amazing every time that we put on a show, it seemed like you guys were there and always had fully stocked trailers with at least as much as you still had in stock, and just awesome selection of merchandise. I spent way more than enough with you this year. You know, my wife and kids, they see that trailer, they got to go hit it, you know.
But we try our best, that's for sure. No, it's fun. We enjoy doing it, and you know, we enjoy making an event. You know, it's people can come there, and if they get to take something home, you know, with them after the show, it's just exciting for everybody that's participating. You know, you get to see an awesome show with Outlaws. They just have action packed from start to finish. You know, that's kind of the negative about it, because the show goes so awesome. It's always going that, you know, people don't want to get out of their seats to come visit me back there at the merchandise trailer, because, you know, it's such an action-packed show. You don't want to miss anything. So,
yeah, I understand that. Now, I know that a few years ago there were some schedule shirts floating around. I've heard some people asking for those. I always liked them. They were a favorite of mine. Had the schedule on the back. Any possibility of those coming back around anytime soon?
well, I didn't think about that. I know I've seen that before, but I didn't put any plans into that yet. But I know that they want to do a Young Guns T-shirt, and that's still working on my brain a little bit. I kind of have an idea what I'd like to see out of it, and but I only have it for the front or the back, and so maybe that's a shirt that we could put the schedule on, you know, the other side, and have it out there for everybody. Although I don't know if they can make a shirt large enough to put on the schedule on there.
well, maybe one in my size. I don't know, but yeah, some of the smaller ones, you might have a tough time getting it on there.
Oh man, for sure, for sure.
Now, anybody watching that hasn't had the opportunity to be around you guys and deal with your trailer, you guys make all these shirts in-house, correct?
Yeah, we do.
So this is not secondhand. I mean, Delton's buying these things as blank canvases and putting a lot of hard time and effort into making them all for us. You know, he's not just ordering them from somewhere and peddling them off to you. It's quality stuff. Do you do any custom? If, say, somebody's got a pulling vehicle and they want to have some shirts made, do you do any custom work like that?
Yeah, we do. Unfortunately, you know my schedule. I go pretty thin during the summertime, and then, you know, Christmas is our busy season with Diesel Power Plus. We sell online to the entire world, so we are just slammed. As soon as tractor pull season's over, Christmas is on its way, and we're busy. So, but I do make some you know, driver shirts and stuff. I do want to get more into making more. I know last year we did, who you talked about, Derek Brown's going to be coming on here after a while. We did his shirt last year, and we did a couple others. And I have some that I've done through the years, but it's just so we got so much going on. Sometimes it's really tough to get to those driver shirts like I want to. I mean, I really would like to do all the driver shirts I could, because it's part of the family. But you know, hopefully this year we'll add a few more driver shirts, and you know, have some of those with us on the trailer when we come to the shows.
And for anybody, like I said, that's never been to one of his trailers, you definitely got to make a point to come by and look at it. It's not just the Outlaw merchandise, Delton. You carry a full line of all the name brands, the big brands, in from diesel pickups. You always got a stock of the Frosted Frog coolers out for sale. Just anything and everything you can imagine. You come to a tractor pull looking for a T-shirt and leave with a truckload of stuff.
Yeah, we started this company, Diesel Power Plus, quite a few years ago. 20-some years, I guess. I guess it's like 22 years now that we've been doing it. And I would say that I'm probably the largest person out there with all branded merchandise in-house. You know, the branded stuff, you know, I get that. I get that from the manufacturer, you know, because it's branded and it's licensed apparel. And so, you know, that's a totally different story. But if I could take you for a tour of my shop, it'd blow your mind how many hats and stuff I have here. I only have like 300 out in my store, but in the back in our warehouse, we have over 1,000 hats, different hats, of every make and model semi out there for sure. So
That's what amazes me every time I walk up. You know, I'm a hat guy. I always have been. I've probably got somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 to 600 hats if you sat down and added them all up. And I mean, every show I showed up to this year, you had something that I hadn't seen before that was just outlaw branded stuff. You know, I personally, I prefer the Richardson snapbacks. That's just my style. That hat fits me well. And I've probably got 20 different designs of that from you between different colors and designs and what have you. It's amazing the variety that you can keep up with and carry with you.
yeah, anybody knows if they're ordering any of that stuff, it's a challenge to keep it in stock. And you know, fortunately, we deal with such a volume. I have about every kind of hat in stock. You know, I think I probably have, it's off the top of my head, probably have 400 different style blank hats back there that I keep in stock, you know. So I got a pretty hefty collection here, so I don't run out right away.
And now for anybody that doesn't know, you're not just outlaw and big brands. You also do some merchandise for MSTPA. And there's one show coming up rather quick that you do some stuff for, isn't it?
Absolutely. If anybody's listening and they're in the Kansas City area, you're going to have to come out and check it out. It's going to be the Cowtown Showdown happening at the Hale Arena in Kansas City, Missouri. And that'll be coming up on March, 16th, 17th, 18th?
I think so. Yeah.
19th. There's 4 days. 4 days is what it is. And, you know, that's coming up very quickly. That's just like next week. So if you guys want to see a show, that is a show to be a part of. You know, Ken Sumners and, you know, with the guys that are helping him put on that show, they do it right. And if you want to see an indoor pool, it's going to be a good one. That's for sure. I know a lot of the listeners know, if you've been around tractor pulling, the last show we tried to have there, that was the day COVID hit. And so we only got Wednesday, I guess just Wednesday in with the spectators who come. And then the Thursday, Friday, Saturday segment of that show, they closed it to the spectator. So it was only, it was basically a private event with all the drivers and the families that were there, you know, with the drivers. So it was kind of a letdown for all those who are expecting to see the show, because it was a great show.
Yeah, it's the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. Starts 1 week from tomorrow. So it is coming on us quick for sure.
Look, I got something to show here, though. I just got done with these about an hour ago. So that's why I was hustling. You know, that when I say I quick threw stuff together and to get, you know, put this together so we could come on live tonight. That's what we did. At 6 o'clock, I shut it down. I said, I got a quick run and get ready for this interview. But this is what we just got done. We got 3 different colors that it's going to be coming in. And that is,
man, those are cool. Some
of the Cowtown merchandise that we'll have up there at the Hale Arena in Kansas City, Missouri. So make sure you come by and say hi. And if you tell me you saw me here on the on this here live Outlaw TV, I'll give you a free prize.
Say that one more time, Delton.
Well, you kind of disqualified yourself because you're on it, but I said if somebody if somebody comes up, any of you guys listening tonight, you come on up there to the merchandise trailer at Cowtown Showdown and say, hey, I saw you on the Outlaw TV. I'll give you a free prize. And we'll figure out what that is when it gets there, but I'll give you something to make it worthwhile.
Well, that's hard to beat right there. That is darn hard to beat right there, man. So that would be, Delton, you've got a Facebook page, right?
Yeah. Diesel Power Plus is our Facebook page. And you go on there, I try to I try to post all the local events, all the truck and tractor pulling that's going on, and anything diesel related. But I'm so busy, I don't get on there like I should. So if you don't see me too much on there, that's probably because I'm busy. But
And then what is your website?
website is dppshop.com.
Okay. Anybody that wants to check out what you got to offer, you can go on there. And I've been on your website, and you could spend days trying to look through everything. I don't think you would see it all.
Yeah, we have our outlaw gear on there, and we don't have all the new stuff. We don't have the new stuff yet. That's coming. But as soon as we get that announced, we'll put it on there. We also got some, and those are for the Cowtown, but I also got some new youth pulling shirts that are really cool. Old Billy Joe Breheim gave me crap last year about not ever having a truck for a young puller shirt. So I listened to her and I made a truck. Now I was hoping to have it where I could show it to you guys, but I can't. So you're gonna have to stay tuned to our Diesel Power Plus page, and as soon as I get it done, I'll be sharing it on there. And I got a truck. I got two young future puller shirts, and one is a 4x4 truck, and the other is a tractor. And it's not a triaxle tractor like it was last year. I'm telling you, last year was kind of just thrown together. It all looked good. People loved it, but it was kind of thrown together at the last minute. But that's just part of life.
Oh, Keith Hammond's here talking about he thinks the prize needs to be a koozie cup. Apparently, he's needing a new one.
Well, that's what I have in mind, and I got to make sure I get them first. I have them ordered, and I got some really cool ones that are going to be coming for the Cowtown Showdown. It is going to be, there's going to be trucks and tractors on that koozie, and I can't wait to see what they look like. But they told me they'd have them here in time, but I'm hoping that gets done.
Well, Delton, thank you for coming on tonight. We appreciate you coming in here and talking to us a little bit, telling us what you've got to offer. We look forward to seeing you at the Cowtown Showdown and seeing you all summer long traveling around with the Outlaws. Anything else you wanted to say before we get on with it?
Oh, I like to thank everybody for supporting us on the road. Like I said, if you live somewhere in the Midwest, there is a outlaw show coming to a town near you. I can guarantee you that with the lineup we have this year. Last year, we had, like you said earlier, we do some other merchandising, and we finished out the end of the year with 67 shows in the book. And so we don't get to sit around much during the summertime, and that's kind of where I keep busy and I can't get my driver shirts done. But you guys see us out there on the road, stop by and say hi to us, and we just appreciate every one of you guys. We appreciate the truck and tractor pullers, and their families that put on the show, for us to be a part of and try to make it an event. So we definitely appreciate it. And I appreciate Kurt and his family for keeping this sanction going and making it stronger and bigger than I'd ever dreamed it'd be.
Delton, thanks again for coming on. Everybody make sure to check him out, dppshop.com, and at all your local outlaw polls. Delton, thanks again. Have a good evening.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, we're going to get on to our next guest here. She is the royalty queen when it comes to Louisville two-wheel drives, Miss Mindy Nelson Brown. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing good. Glad to see you on here. Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
So that makes it twice that you have won the two-wheel drive class at Louisville. First female to ever have repeat championships. And as far as I know, first pregnant female to have a championship. How does that make you feel, Mindy? You got to be proud.
Oh, yeah. I was actually talking to I met her this year. I hadn't met her all summer, so I may be mispronouncing her name. Is it Dahlia or Daly. That's what it is.
Haley.
Yeah, so I was actually talking to her during our drivers meeting, and I was telling her the first year I came, I didn't know what Louisville was about. I just thought it was another pool. And everyone was like, oh no, like this is like the big show. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to do what I always do. So I'm not going to change anything. And I just thought it was crazy that, because I knew she was a rookie. So I was kind of just telling her, I got into pulling when I was 17. So I was a senior in high school. And my first pull was at our hometown pool in Columbus. So that was kind of cool because my family and close friends all got to come and see me for the first time. But yeah, I was just telling her, like, I didn't know what Louisville was. And so I kind of didn't really have any advice to give her. I was like, just do what you always do. And just know that it's the most important show on the line, and I was like, but you can't really change anything. And she just laughed. And so just being able to do that twice was a true honor, and just being able to get invited to go was I'm very blessed. I don't get to pull a lot in the summer because I'm a coach and I teach. And so even though we're out for summer, I still have camps, and I also do I teach swimming lessons on the side in the summer to make a little extra money. So I try to make the big shows. And so still just having Dad and Dustin, who also helps my dad out at times, being able to drive whenever I can't be there is huge. Because if my truck can't be in the top, outlaw points, then most likely we're not going to get into Louisville. So it just takes a lot of people, and I have a lot of people to thank, and I'm very blessed that my dad lets me drive. I have two sisters, and I'm the middle. So my little sister has never driven before, and I don't know if she ever will. And then my older sister has driven once at that hometown pool in Columbus. So, but they're just not very interested. So I always get stuck in the seat, and I don't mind it. I grew up tractor pulling. My dad started with his dad. And so there's generations of pulling, 3 generations, I guess you could say. And just having the opportunity to get to sit in the seat, and then having Louisville invite us, and and then making it to the finals, and then winning it again. It's just, I'm very speechless. And I do understand now that I'm older, and I've been since I won in 2017. And I can't remember. I have a really bad memory. I can't remember if that was the first time I had won there, or if I had pulled there a year prior. So I don't quite remember that. But so just, having that under my belt, and it's crazy.
It is quite an accomplishment to even get to Louisville, much less to advance to the finals and then win the finals twice. It's more than you can ever explain to somebody that doesn't understand what that pull means. I'm just waiting one of these years when your dad makes you switch trucks with him over at Louisville. That truck and that track seem to have a really good relationship. That truck always does well there. You always do excellent there. So we're just so glad to see you get back over there and get it a second time.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I had 2 guardian angels watching over me, and then my baby in the stomach. Everyone was like, man, she must have just been kicking you and giving you all the good vibes. And I'm truly speechless, and I always hoped that would happen again, to be the first female to win it again, because I wasn't the first female winner that went to Tatum. So to win it 2 times, so I could, be my name even be more known, I guess you could say. And then that it happened. So it is really crazy.
You know, there's got to be something to say about a lady in a two-wheel drive truck, because as you were referencing to the Tatums, Lisa Tatum was the first female to ever win a championship at Louisville, and then you're the first one to ever win two. So there's got to be something magic over there about females and two-wheel drives. I'm not sure what it is, but
Yeah, and I thought it was crazy. The year that that first year that I made it to the finals and I actually ended up winning it, I didn't really know Lisa Tatum all that much, but she came up to me and we had got our numbers for the finals, and I was fourth to make it to the finals. And then when I got into the finals, I was first hook. So I was fourth. I didn't make it into the winner's circle, but I still made it, because I was fourth in the class. And then I drew that first number for the finals. And she came up to me on Saturday morning and she said, well, I just want to let you know that when I won, I was fourth and then I was first hook. And I remember that. And I did not tell anyone because I didn't want to jinx it. That it happened. Went up to her and then I told everyone, like how crazy is that? But I'll still remember that conversation that I had with her. And I don't like to say that I'm super superstitious, but I guess I am because I sometimes like, man, what socks did I wear? Maybe I should put those back on. But yeah, it is crazy.
hey, it worked. That's the main thing right there. And by all means, congratulations goes out again to Texas with Cole coming in right behind you for all the trucks.
Oh yeah.
For everybody that tries to get in there, then the ones that are finally selected for Texas to come in 1 and 2 right there. That's just saying something about Texas two-wheel drives all over the map right there.
Yeah, the fact that Texas did go 1 and 2 is awesome. And even we had 3 outlaw pullers, in the finals. That's big too. That a lot of people sometimes think that us Texas guys or us outlaws, we can't compete with some of the higher known associations, but I think we've proved that we can. And that, and you don't have to have the most expensive equipment. Dad has 5 trucks, and two tractors all combined. So we don't have the most expensive equipment out there. But what we do have, we make work. So I have to thank my dad a lot for, putting me in the correct gear and getting everything set up. So literally I sit in the seat. He tells me what gear to put it in, and he kind of just lets me do my own thing. So I feel like he has a lot of trust in me, and he knows that I'll be able to figure the track out.
Yeah, and anybody that's watching that doesn't know Mindy that well doesn't know who we're talking about. Her dad's Donald Nelson. Long time. I wouldn't even imagine to guess how many years of experience he's got, all the way back from USHRA and Lone Star Association. I remember seeing videos from back when he had, I believe it was the Texas Flash tractor. And so Mindy, you definitely come from a family that knows their way around a pulling track.
Yeah. And I don't know, I probably should, but I don't know what year he started. And I know him and Whitey kind of started together. So, and then from there, they kind of got their own trucks and own tractors. We still travel with them all the time. And then Cole got involved. He actually started younger than I did. And then when Dad got the opportunity to get another vehicle, the two-wheel drive, then that's when I got started. And he always said, whenever he brought it home, Mom said, what's this? And he said, this is the truck Mindy's going to drive. And she was like, what? And we were both kind of like, this is maybe an excuse for you to buy another truck, or another vehicle. So, but I guess it's true. It is mine, and I do call it mine. So it is pretty cool.
Now, have you ever gotten to drive the tractors?
I have not. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I think if I ever did drive a tractor, I would drive the bullwhip. I've heard that one is a little bit easier to drive, but I think I might just leave that up to Dad, and I'll just stick with what I'm in.
Kind of hint there, maybe bucket list
Yeah.
possibly in the future. Maybe the next generation coming along there. Speaking of that, when is the baby due?
So I'm due June 3rd, but baby is measuring early, so I'm hoping to have her in May, at the end of May. So we'll see. I go back to the doctor on Tuesday to get another update, and I just hit my 3rd trimester, so we'll get a little bit more information here pretty quickly.
Well, good. Congratulations on that as well. So Donna may be rushing out of Nordheim is kind of the way you're talking there. So, we've got Nordheim
Yeah.
down there right at the end of May. He may have to leave early, it sounds like.
Yeah. So we'll have that Columbus Bowl April 30th, and I will attend, but I'm no longer going to drive. And then after that, we'll have Nordheim. So depending on when baby comes, yeah, he may have to miss out, or he may just have to find a quick ride back.
Yeah, there you go. Now, we ask a lot of the pullers we have on here, and obviously we don't get to ask them all, but if you could drive any pulling vehicle in the United States, past, present, at any pull, what would be the vehicle and the pull you would really want to drive at?
Oh gosh, that's hard. I don't know. Like, I feel like if it came naturally, to be able to drive a modified tractor would be cool. But I don't know. That just sounds like a lot. So I don't know. That's a really hard question. I would have to think on that. And I should know that because I've definitely listened to some of y'all shows, and I know that y'all always ask that. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to put some more thought into that.
Well, again, we appreciate you coming on here. Always glad to have you and watch you in the seat over there at Louisville. And anytime we get to see you on the Outlaw season, we haven't got to see you near as much as we used to. I know you've been busy with life and school and everything, but it's always a pleasure to watch you and be around you, Mindy. You're always so friendly, and everybody that walks up to you, you'll just smile, talk to anybody. I don't think I've ever seen you have a bad day.
Yeah, it's fun. Any day I can go pulling, or any weekend, I should say. It's not a day for us. It takes up the whole week or whole weekend for sure. It's always a great time. I love the people that we have met throughout the Outlaw Association, and just in general. I get followers daily, and so just kind of people that just want to get to know me more and see what else I do besides pulling is pretty cool and neat. And getting to see, the little kids come up to you at the shows and, you drive that? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And, oh, can we get a picture? And I love doing that. I love talking to people. I don't always know the answers. I'm like, let me ask Dad. But it is pretty cool, and just growing the sport. I feel like you guys have done a great job with the broadcast, and now that we can do the live, my grandparents, like I said, my grandpa used to pull a long time ago, and he's unable to make the pulls now, but we get my grandma set up, and they can watch it wherever we go. So just the technology that we have these days, and the sport is growing. It's it's really cool, and I can't wait to see, what the future looks like.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Outlaws are doing great things between the Young Guns program and everything else that they're getting done. It's amazing what all that is happening and the changes that are still to come. Mindy, before we let you go, we won't keep you from your evening too long. Is there anybody else you want to thank for all of your accomplishments?
I covered some, like, starts with my parents, and my dad, especially letting me drive once again, and going back to the Louisville, being invited, and the sponsors that they have, the Kentucky Fair Board, the Syngenta, they put on a great show, and always fun to get there. And so once we're there, they do a great job. They get us in and out, and they have a system, and it works for them. And so those guys and the Outlaw sponsors that we have and continue to get, because no one can put on a show, if there's no sponsors. So just everyone that we have on board and anyone looking to get on board, it's pretty cool. I would love to see some more, more sponsors out there, especially for us Texas guys. We're always looking for someone to sponsor us. So if anyone's listening and out there, they want to sponsor us, please reach out to us, because it's hard going, not really necessarily door to door or sending emails, but finding people to help out along the way, because we travel many miles in the summer, and it adds up, especially now with the diesel prices. So the summer is going to look a little bit different. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I think Dad still plans to run for points, but there's a lot of hooks for us, and especially some of those day hooks. It just makes it really hard for as far as we travel. So
Yeah, it is a full schedule, and you guys have got a long way just to get out of the state of Texas. So,
oh yeah.
well, Mindy, thanks for coming on tonight. We appreciate you. Have a great rest of your evening, and we look forward to seeing you again.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Bye. Well, that was Mindy Brown. We're waiting on our last guest, Derek. He's having some troubles getting logged in there. He and I have been messaging back and forth. We'll get him in here just as quick as we can. Some of the announcements that the Outlaws have got coming. There has been $20,000 added to the end of the year points fund. So that'll be interesting to see how that shakes out, and who that can convince to come run points. We've got a new and improved program coming to Outlaw TV. There's been an intern hired for that. We've got a new big screen going to be happening this year. A lot of changes coming to the Outlaw Pulling.tv program. So, and Dave Nelson is taking the lead on that deal. So any questions about what to expect on that, you can address Dave Nelson with that. We're still trying to get Derek in here. He is having some difficulties. I don't know if he's got a bad internet connection or what's going on. But yeah, the Outlaw Pulling TV is supposed to be just completely awesome this year. They're going to add that third roving camera to it. I know that's happening. Like I said, we've got that summer intern that's been brought in to help with the program. Going to be a good deal there. Brad says gas prices are going to hurt pulling. Gas prices are going to hurt everything, Brad, for sure. Not just the pulling. I know I've talked to some guys that would normally run points, and they're just physically not able to this year with the fuel prices if they don't come down from where they're at. And like, Mr. Brown, how are you, sir?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. You found us. That technology, you figured it out, man. I'm proud of you. Derek Brown, driver of the Holland Grass Chevrolet Pro Stock 4-wheel drive. And then there's a new toy to be seen, Derek. Tell us a little bit about that. Can you hear me, Derek?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are.
Okay.
You got your Holland Grass. Tell us a little bit about your new toy that you recently acquired.
We've got that modified 4-wheel drive, and we're waiting for our new power plant to come in for it.
Waiting for the new power plant. What's going to be powering it, if I may ask?
It'll be a Sunny Semi.
Oh, yeah. Now, is that truck going to keep the name that was on it when you got it? Is it going to stay the family affair? Or?
No, it'll be a different name on it.
Oh, yeah. And when can we expect to see it out?
Well, we're hoping to be able to make it for Whitewright.
Make it to Whitewright. That'll be a good deal. You guys are going next weekend to Cowtown, right, with the hauling grass truck?
Yep, we got the motor in the night, and we'll be firing it up tomorrow.
Good deal. Tell us a little bit about the name on that truck. Where'd that come from, the hauling grass?
Hauling grass, my daughter come up with that name. She was messing around one day, and then we decided to name it that.
I see. And if I'm not mistaken, you run a landscape business too, right?
Yep, we run a pretty decent sized little landscape company.
Good deal. So now, are you going to chase the modified points this year or the pro stock points? I know there's a few hooks where they're split up and you'll have to make one choice versus the other. What's going to be the priority for you?
Well, we haven't figured that part out yet.
Figure that out when it happens, huh?
Yeah, really, I'd love to run modified points this year. It really just depends on how everything lands with the truck.
I understand. Got third place last year with your hauling grass truck.
Mm-hmm.
So good season with it.
Yep.
Any plans to change it around it all over the winter? Is it going to be the same piece that it was, or?
Yeah, we're going to be running that around, and no, it's pretty well the same, just new updated motor.
I don't know if you can see the comment on the screen there. Eric Claypool says that you need to chase mod 4x4 points.
Yeah.
There's Lori saying hello to you.
Yeah, I know Eric. He's trying to get me that way.
Eric will do that to you. He'll try to get to a feller.
Yeah, he sure will.
But no, you're always competitive in the hauling grass machine. It's always good to watch it go down the track. It seems to run real good for you. How did you get started in pulling, Derek?
I've been pulling since I was about 17 years old.
Is that something you picked up from anybody, or did you just go to a pull and decide you liked it, or what?
A buddy of mine's dad got me into pulling. No, buddy of mine's dad got me into pulling, and started from there, and was driving a modified tractor at that time.
Mm-hmm. Now, did he help mentor you along throughout the years?
Yeah, he did for a few years there, and then we started doing four-wheel drive trucks when I was about 20, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Well, you've had a day or two in the seat of it then.
Yeah, I've been doing it for quite a few years.
Now, is there plans? I know you got Roper up and coming. Is there plans for him to take over one of the trucks when he hits the age that he can drive, or?
Yeah, he's going to hopefully take over the haul grass truck, the pro stock, whenever he gets old enough that he can drive.
Well, that's a good deal. Keep the family pulling generation to generation. That's always nice to see how far back some of these things stretch, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, any big plans for this year? Anywhere that you're wanting to, obviously, you know, you always want to improve, but anything that you think you need to work harder at trying to get lined out, or?
We're hoping to get everything just lined out on that one truck, and then we'll get that modified out rolling. That'll be a new beast.
Yeah, that'll be an experience there. Have you ever pulled modified four-wheel drives of I would call the new generation trucks?
No, I haven't.
So there may be a bit of a learning curve then.
A little bit.
That'll be fun though. It'll be a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where are you guys going to plan on running a full point schedule with at least one of the trucks? I know that some of the guys are saying they're not going to be able to this year. Are you guys planning on making at least one truck a full point schedule?
Yeah, we're going to try our best. I'm actually having another trailer put together, and I'm hoping it gets done by the time we start, and we'll put 2 trucks in it.
You see who's chiming in there, don't you? If you can see that comment.
Yep.
Dave
Yeah,
said,
I'll try to get Eric to let me
make a
drive.
pass in.
Yeah.
There you go, Eric. Challenge has been issued. So we'll see if we can't make that happen. But reflecting back on last season, Derek, you got the 3rd place. Awesome finish there. Anybody that you need to go back and say thank you to from last year that helped you, that, you know, it's kind of behind the scenes most people don't see? Or
Well, Adam Wilmus has helped me a bunch on our truck, and he wasn't able to come out last year much. And then Richard Morris has helped me a bunch on trying to keep stuff rolling and keep me fixed whenever I'm breaking stuff.
that never happens, though, right? Stuff never breaks in pulling, correct?
Yeah.
Well, good deal. Derek, thank you for coming on here and talking with us. I know that there's always so much going on and trying to get ready for everything. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up for this week. I do appreciate you coming in. Anything else you want to say before we sign off here?
No, I appreciate you for having me on, and anything we can do, we'd be more than happy to.
You going to give us a sneak peek on what the name of the new mod is, or are you going to make us wait till you get it out?
Well, it's going to be called High Class Grass.
High Class Grass. You know, you're really going to have to watch. You got the Holland grass and now the High Class Grass. You get down here into Oklahoma, there's going to be people flagging you down every which way but loose, man.
Yeah, that's my our boat's named Grass Money, so it's a little different.
Well, Derek, thanks again for coming on the show. Look forward to seeing you guys up at Cowtown here just next week, and look
Sounds
forward
good.
to seeing you out with the Outlaws in 2022. Have a good evening.
Thanks, sir.
Well, there it is. Outlawed with Outron Stone or Jason. Just me. Hope it didn't bore you plumb to tears. Always a good time on here these Tuesday nights, reading through the comments. Even got a popping in there on occasion. We're definitely looking forward to Cowtown coming up next week. If y'all haven't made plans to go up there yet, that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'll be up there Friday and Saturday. Going to be a good time. And then the pulling season is upon us. It is coming quick. It seems like as soon as Cowtown's over, we got another one coming up down in this area 2 weeks later, down in Texas, and it just kicks off from there. So everybody make sure to get out, find your local schedules, figure out what's going on around you, get out to all these pools you can. We appreciate you tuning in. Always glad to have you. Ron should be back next week, the day before Cowtown. Maybe he'll have an update or two. You want to tune in for that. And I'm going to play a couple videos, and then we will get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Good night. That was Scott Jensen up at the Coin, Illinois, right there. And Jason always ends the show with Mr. Dan Taylor. So, in fashion,
Yesterday, how did you do?
I got second place. I lost by 4 feet.
And today?
I was 700 pounds late because I didn't really know the weight of the tractor, and that was the first time I ever pulled her. And today, well, let's talk about today. I put her in the 16,000 pound class. I put her in turret gear. They were all 280, 290. One was 310, maybe 312.
And you were?
I put her right at 370 feet right in the sand pile. And the only mistake I made, I didn't put her right in the registration booth with the girl.